Hello and welcome everybody, and thanks for joining me again. My name is Wilkie and I am finally back with another video. Sorry for not making any videos. I'm still in my exams. I have 3 days left. Then I am finally done so I can get more gameplay out there despite being at C9 or not. But anyway, as you probably have noticed already, these skill books have arrived for the Viking and I'm here to showcase these for you guys. I will make 2 videos, mainly because there's probably not too much content and footage around for Viking in general, so I will do 2 dungeon runs with the sets to sort of elaborate on them and talk about it a little bit. And the second one will be in the same manner as the other videos. I will just showcase the set effects in just what they look like and what they do actually on enemies. Anyways, first I'm gonna cover the skill book sets real quick. The Hobar Gunnar one is the one for Sarad, so you have 10 of these here, and personally I like this one more, especially on the long run, because the last side effect is probably better. I mean, its starts are pretty average. 70 strength translates into something like 200 damage, maybe critical damage is pretty okay. Fury Gauge regen, I mean, yeah, why not? I mean, every skill book has it somewhere. The MP regen kinda annoys me because I do not think it's really useful. The physical attack one is probably what you wanna go for. However, I'm not entirely sure if the avalanche or if the trigger chance is actually linked to the activation of the skill or dealing hits to the enemies, because avalanche is the class skill. We will see that in the dungeon, whatever happens. So that will probably decide which one of these skill sets is better. For the Raebin one, we have 10% flat physical attack, which is arguably better than 70 strength. Fury Gauge regen, HP regen, I prefer this one over MP regen, despite being a very little low chance. The physical attack is a bit lower, but if you take these 10% into account, you're pretty much at the same level as the other set. The duration is longer, the trigger chance is less though, so yet again, it really depends on whether the activation can trigger it or dealing hits with it. Furious Shout, 40% damage, that might be pretty decent. However, you do not have the Furious Shout skill book in this combination, so that kind of is weird. And the bleeding, I think it's a pretty useless effect, but we're gonna see that. Anyways, we're gonna go for the first run. I'm gonna go for... where are we? What did I say? Hobar Gunner. Fatal Injury, that sounds good. Furious Shout, alright. Enemy Blender, nope. Chain Gyro Blade, nope, nope, no. That one, Fast and Furious. Fake Motion, yep. Boreas, and what else did I think this one. Alright. So we have a full set with a lot of stars actually overboard. And we're gonna do this dungeon here, simply because this is probably the dungeon I farmed the most, so I have probably most of the knowledge about this dungeon here. And maybe I am able to showcase actually something or a good PvE. I'm not really sure. I haven't done PvE in ages, so firstly I'm interested in if I am able to get the physical attack from the class skill procced. So I'm gonna do this real quick, lock it and put it somewhere here. Alright. That shouldn't bother us, and let's see. Certainly not on activation. It's probably only on activation, so that's what I'm kind of scared about, because I think that is really bad. I mean, the class skill has a fairly long cooldown, and I don't think it's very well worth it. That's one of the skill books I have equipped, Furious Shout. It's pretty good if you ask me. I mean, it looks pretty okay, but it's probably not the best one in general. Let me just put this here so it will block less of my view. Tactical Retreat, damn it, I didn't take it because I'm not really a fan of that skill, and the skill effect is really just Fast and Furious, that one is pretty cool if you ask me. I like it a lot. It deals a pretty good amount of damage, and it seems to have a very solid range and AoE on the tornado, and it actually grants true iframe apparently now. So That press kick inside it kind of annoys me, but yeah. Let's see if we can... So, unfortunately, the damage buff is really linked to activation on Avalanche, which makes it really poopy if you ask me. I do not really think that is very good. So, I'm gonna show you the last skill book I have equipped, Fatal Injury. It looks kind of flashy, but it's not too overwhelming, really. It pretty much boils down to Furious Shout, which hurts a lot, and Fast and Furious. Because, I mean, the Fatal Injury has a very decent cooldown, so you can pretty much spam it a lot. But the damage on it is really anything else but great. So that's probably going to be your bread and butter. Bread and butter, I mean. Along with your class skill. So I will probably die a couple times at the boss because I'm very lazy at dodging and I'm not really sure if I can actually iframe through many of these things. Oh, damn it, that hurt. Ow. Like I said, that one was pretty good. And alongside with this one, if I turn the angle here, as you can see, it is okay, but even then, it doesn't seem to be overwhelmingly strong, which is fine. They are not supposed to make a super broken class, but I would have imagined a little bit more, since it's perfect and it's pretty hard to get. I mean, yeah, that's not really easy to get. Damage on this one. Oh, no, it didn't. What did proc? Did that one proc? Do we have another physical attack one? Oh, no, probably the base stat that increased. Alright. Because my damage ramped up a little bit. Oh, come on, don't block me. Overall, I'm sort of mad about it. I like the visuals, especially in Fast and Furious. This one looks really cool. And it's pretty useful. But for the rest, probably not so much. I'm not even sure what that is. All base stats. Oh, that's what base stats look like. Alright. Now I know the icons at least. We're gonna go for super armor. I will probably die because I don't like this boss. Fast and Furious and Tornado. I'm not even sure. It doesn't seem like the Tornado has some sort of vortex on, which is a shame, really. Because that would make it pretty decent if you ask me. But yeah. Not even sure how long I'm actually taking. It's probably going to take about 5 minutes for a run, so it's relatively slow. But I'm not really in a hurry or trying to show you any broken mechanic. This one is pretty good. That certainly is pretty good. That is really good. And I have to check if that actually is a true iframe. It probably is. Alright, seems like a proper iframe. What else can I use on a boss? I'm not really sure. We're gonna revolve around this one. That's not an iframe, but that is. So with the skill book, Fast and Furious becomes really good at dodging things. So that's probably going to be a lot, or if not one of the most used skills for dodging things. Just like I did now. I should probably get up, yeah. Damage-wise, it's actually pretty okay. I'm not, whoops, I'm not trying too hard to instantly kill this boss as fast as possible. But it seems to be pretty okay with the skill books equipped at least. Oh damn it, that was my first death. That's kind of unnecessary. I'm gonna pop Fury because I'm pretty sure I will also die in my second try. The damage on Furious Shout is pretty neat though, that's pretty good. That seems to be one of your most damaging skill, and he should be dead by now. As you can see, that was my first dungeon. Oh, 15% bonus XP. Oh well, oh well. Now I have the bonus stats going on, so I stacked up Yeah, about 6.3k damage. I mean, my weapons are plus 13. If you look at the full stat window, I have 31% earth attack and plus 13 axes, so pretty decent stat. Not too good, not overly broken, over the top, but fairly decent. So we're gonna return to town and see. I should actually have run a timer into it. I will probably do a timer. I will probably cut this out here and switch over to the other skill books, so I can actually tell you how long I took to run this dungeon, and I'll be right back. So I'm back with the second run. I have equipped the Nordal Jensen Raebin set now. We have Charge Attack, we have Frost Bash 1, which is pretty decent because it will sync very well with the bash in general. Gyro Blade, I'm not too well into that skill. I think it's not too good. Frost Bash 3 is pretty good, and that's probably going to be the main reason you want to go for this skill set, or book at least. Physical Attack and Weapon Break, that skill has just an enormous cooldown, probably not very useful. And MP Regen on Deadly Strike, well, yeah, you could be the judge, but I would say it's not really too good. But we're gonna try and see. I believe I'm going to be slower than with the Sarad set on, but I'm gonna try my best. Do I have any buff aside from Charge Attack? So yeah, there's one major issue with this one, and that pretty much is that the skill you're gonna see right now, or not right now, but let me show you the bash. The skill you're seeing, it looks very nice. It seems to deal a fair amount of damage, and it has a, I mean, it's bash, so it has a relatively short cooldown. However, Gyro Blade has the same option as bash, and if I go for it and cancel it with the ground smash, I am actually able to use the bash effect afterwards. I will show you this right now, that instead of using bash, I can just use Gyro Blade, cancel it, and do the same effect that bash can do. However, it also puts the bash 3 on cooldown, which means that, I mean, yeah, it's kind of weird because you use the same skill effect, and that's arguably the one you're going for. Because the Gyro Blade lifting height and the jump is okay, but you definitely want to go for the bash 3. That's where the damage lies. It has a what is it called? Vacuum effect? No, force. Force is it called. And it pulls mobs in. It gives you an iframe, if I recall correctly. Invincible during additional hit. So that's pretty good. It's an iframe on a very short cooldown skill. But Gyro Blade, I mean, you will see what is gonna happen now. I mean, the knockdown is still pretty good, but it's nothing compared to the bash, so I'm not really fond of the idea that two skill books sort of use the same skill. That kind of makes it really redundant, if you ask me. I mean, you could have just simply added something else or a similar effect instead of using the same exact effect on bash than on Gyro Blade. I don't think it's a good solution, but then again, it has a relatively short cooldown, so I believe I'm not going to be able to iframe very well on the boss now. I probably will die 2 times or even more, since I do not have the full iframe on Fast and Furious, so we're gonna see. I mean, the force effect is, it's pretty okay. For such a short skill, it's pretty decent actually, and as you can see already. Alright, I found Serenity. That makes this a lot more broken than it already is. But, you know, you not always have Serenity on, so I pretty much can just freely spam bash. Maybe I'm able to kill this boss faster and without a death now, given the fact that I have the iframe pretty much permanently on this one. I might be able to pull something off much better. 60 seconds left on the Serenity, sort of. Yep. So we're gonna chug these first in. That is, Serenity makes this really strong because this is pretty much all you will use. I'm gonna debuff the armor and just go for bash. Maybe the class skill, but I should probably just go for bash. Or go for this one. I mean, it's your call which way you will cast it. I mean, bash is always ready. You can see what I mean right now with that. I'm going to... Why the hell did that not block? That with Serenity on, you are just going to punch this in. What iframe though? Damn it. Well, there we go. I lost my Serenity, but... Bash 3 now has a relatively long cooldown, and that's what I mean. Gyro Blade itself is okay, but without the bash extension, it's just, it's not really a game changer, if you ask me. Alright, he has 4 bars left, so I will probably be able to kill him now. Go for the iframe. That iframe might actually protect me as well. Alright, I should be able to kill him now. Iframe OP. Can I block this again? Yes. I'm not even sure if the damage debuff works on this boss as well. Probably not. So, yeah, that was pretty much my attempt to do 2 runs. Wow, what a book. To do 2 runs with each separate skill book. Personally, I like the bash effect. Like, bash 3 is really cool. It's a really nice effect. The force effect it has, the iframe. The relatively short cooldown makes this a pretty good utility skill, and it wields a pretty good punch for such a short skill. But looking at the other books and the skill book effects, I'm not... No, I would probably go for the Sarad side instead, because I think the Furious Shout and the Furious Shout and the Fast and Furious editions are, in my opinion, they are stronger. I mean, you can freely combine because, I mean, if you look at it, you have a 20% or likewise a 12% chance to trigger a physical damage buff on Avalanche. Avalanche has a 40-second cooldown, so arguably you will probably get the buff every 3 minutes or so for 10 seconds. Personally, I don't think that will be a major change in anything, be it survival, be it nightmare, be it Bardiel, or even Tower, or just normal dungeons. I personally do not think that this will actually change the pace of gaming a lot. I mean, sure, you can be lucky and maybe 3 times in a row after casting Avalanche you will proc it and you will get the buff, but I mean, still, it's only 30%, so yeah, I mean, I would probably go and combine the Bash 1 book plus the 3 or the 2 changing books of the Sarad set, and then probably just something else. I'm not too sure. But that is just really my opinion. Do not... I mean, if you like any other playstyle, or if you think that skill book A or B is better, that might very well be. Like I said, I'm not the most active PvE player at all, so there are a lot of things I do not know and things I do not take into account. But even the thing about iframes on the Furious Shout and the Fast and Furious book is probably outweighing the utility on the Bash one. They look pretty decent. They still do not make the Viking a totally broken PvE class like others are. I mean, it makes it viable, sort of, but without books, Viking is still not really good in PvE, if you ask me. Anyways, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed my opinion on the skill books. Like I said, check out the other skill book video if you want to see all of the skill changing effects without me talking in probably 2 minutes condensed or so. And yeah, if you want to know something about the skill books, I still have them for a couple days left, so if you want to know something specific, you can ask me. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for sticking around with me for so long, and sorry again for not being too active on YouTube lately. But I will try to change that as soon as I am back from my vacation after my exams. Afterwards, I will try to go full force on video content again. Anyways, thank you guys, and as always, see ya!